Good day, my fellow friends out there. Today, I got a few things today I'm going to speak on, and if you want to come join me for a walk today through my weight loss journey and me sharing each day what I'm going through and perspectives that have uplifted me in my own life, and I give back to others. And if you're new, I always just share briefly. I was someone who, at the age of 22 or 21, 22, I was 400 pounds. I overate emotionally. And then I became a bodybuilder, and I was lean at 280 pounds, being 6'6" for 18 years. Had an NDE that changed my life. And then I got severe lung disease 3.5 years ago, and I only had 30% muscle use to breathe. So I'm pushing past my challenges, and I hope through my weight loss journey, I hope to inspire others that you too can push back. You know, even if the doctors tell you can't overcome something or it's permanent, I am here to push past it and prove it through my transformation. So I'll be honest, I'm already fatigued. The only reason why I'm recording this video and going for a walk is because I record a video each day. And this morning we already had to get groceries, went to a different couple places, a lot of walking around. So I was very fatigued already. And when I came home, I had to lay and meditate in connecting to the light and letting that move through me, and then to push me to record this video for you guys today. So I'm on 38 hours fasting. I've been fasting for 38 hours now. It's the longest I've ever went fasting. And getting through that first day was it wasn't even that hard, to be honest with you. And you know, I'm not here pushing anything on people when you're watching my videos, so please know that. And I just share my personal experiences with my journey on how I'm getting through. And it's through the light of God in my life today, of what that means, of the personal experiences I've gone through spiritually, and the connection to push me and to take away some of the challenges of the feeling I feel of the eating food or eating things that I shouldn't be eating, that are just not working for my body, and those things being lifted from me, making it easier for me. You know, it's the biggest part of the truth. But teamwork and pushing through and overcoming our challenges, right? So the fasting part, I feel fantastic. Being at 36, I'll go the whole day. Again today, I really want to push myself for a few days of fasting. And if I need it, I did yesterday. I had a coffee in my coffee mug, and it took me about 2 hours to drink, slowly sipping on it. And I had a lot of water. Could have had more, but I probably drank about 2.5, and realistically I was really aiming for 4. But it's harder when you have coffee. But it suppressed my appetite, and it got me through that day. Now today, I don't think I'll have a coffee today, but if I feel the urge of eating, which hasn't happened yet, I will have a coffee, because it does help. And it's sugar-free sweetener, just a little bit, just enough, and creamer, just enough of sugar-free. And like I said, I sip on it. So pushing, we'll see. Tonight will be 48 hours. At midnight tonight will be 48 hours of fasting, and I'll wake up tomorrow and aim for another day. And there's a lot of benefits, you know, through time now and research of people fasting and seeing the benefits after a day, 2 days, 3 days on the changes that are happening with healing your physical body. So that's where I'm at today. with that, and really enjoying it. But 4 things, I'm trying to show you 4 things. I forgot I had mitts on. 4 things though that, you know, I shared yesterday on collapsing in a restaurant from keto and fasting 2 years ago. What I learned from that is that we must have salt for electrolytes in our body. So I just put some on my hand, put it in my mouth, and drink with water. I did once this morning earlier, I did it again. And also magnesium. I'll take magnesium pills 3 times a day. And with those magnesium pills, you also need calcium. So you need calcium, and then the last one is potassium. So those are the 4 things of supplements that I must take in my body, as we all should, especially through fasting. And hopefully this time my body won't collapse and fall. But it won't, because I did feel weak and I didn't understand what I was doing fully when I did it. So you have to be careful. And I really listened to my body today. So there's that. And then the other topic that came up was body shaming, and understanding that a bit more through my own journey of body shaming, and even through fitness and being fit and the body shaming. And well, I'm really pushing myself today, you guys, because I had to record this video to come for a walk. So thank you as well. Before I get into the body shaming, thank you for those who have commented. There is a massive one on TikTok of a lot of comments that really went kind of viral a bit, to have like many people see it in that way and commenting. Thank you, you know, for all the platforms you're watching it on. Thank you. Even that like or that love button, and your support with the comments, for those who do, really push me even more. And I'm someone in my life who I was on a emotional healing journey from childhood, and it was always outside help from others, you know, that got me into who I am today. To be in a space without fear of judgment, and being able to share my uprising for my challenges, to give back and hearing perspective. So thank you for those who have. You really do. I can't thank you enough, who are really supporting me. And you know, we always have to do it for ourselves, always first on change. But like days like today, or on this day 16, it was challenging for me to go, but I was doing it for others on those days, and especially today, because of my walk this morning around and being fatigued. I wouldn't have come for a walk, but I have to make this video for others. So the body shaming and fat shaming I want to speak on. Now, I can go back as early as a child, and I lived through, we got about how many minutes? We got about 6 minutes. Okay. I got to watch the road too. It's minus 22. It was plus 8 yesterday, minus 22 today. So I got to watch I don't slip. The fat shaming and body shaming, it started for me when I was a little boy. And my mom put on a lot of weight through the emotional turmoil she was going through at home. And as she was going through that at home, and me going to school as a little boy, kids used to make fun of me because my mom was so fat, you know, they would say. And you know, that was earlier on in grade maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. And during those years, I started getting to a place in my life where I was ashamed of my mom. And my mom's always been the biggest supporter emotionally, with unconditional love for me in my life. And it saddens me, it's sad to me that I used to feel that way, being ashamed of my mom because of how other kids would make fun of her. So I grew up carrying this weight of shame, of fatness, right? Having fat on. And then as, you know, when I was 19, 20, overeating emotionally, I really felt this shame of fat. Even in my teenage years, I felt it. So ashamed of fat. And the emotional eating and putting on that weight, you know, I always carried the shame of fat, being fat, having fat. Even when I wasn't fat, I thought I was fat because of the shame and hearing what I heard growing up. Then my bodybuilding years and losing that weight, and then into being a bodybuilder and being put on a pedestal by bosses and people I didn't even know wanted to be my friend because of how I looked. There's a shifting that I wasn't used to because of how I looked. And then since, and having putting on, you know, all this weight again and losing my muscle and putting all this fat on again since my my lung disease. It's weird because we are treated differently by how you look. And even the kids in the complex, you know, there are times they walk by and call me a fat B-I-T-C, you know the rest, or fat B-A-S-T-A, you know the rest. And it's crazy on how you're viewed, and they don't even understand with what's within. And it's, you know, through their own struggles and trying to shame you. And it's my uplifting part to it is that people, you know, when they do that, they're conditioned in it. They're conditioned in some way of lowering their self-esteem and self-worth, typically at home, and then if you're a child at school, and you're conditioned in it. And you're just separated from the light of who you are when people put down others. You really are. Because when I used to make jokes as a late teen about fatness and making jokes about it and thinking it was funny because that's how I was conditioned, I didn't feel good. I wasn't connected to my own light within. I was so disconnected to view that as being funny, you know, but how it affects another person. Now, with the kids, you know, outside, and they say it to me today, it doesn't affect me at all. Not at all. I know that they're hurting inside to try to put someone else down, and I actually send love to them within myself of just the intention of healing whatever needs to be healed for them. Since my NDE, I got 2 minutes left. Since my NDE, and still being connected with the gift I was given and awoken to abilities within me of connection of where we all come from. You become almost untouchable. Not almost. You got to still do work. You work your way up to it. But you become untouchable because I know I'm actually not even this physical body. It's just a vessel that I'm speaking through. It's not the truth to who I am. I'm a very beautiful being of light, as we all are, and that we come to through our own evolution of unfolding of time in our lives. And we're all in a different space, you know, learning and growing differently. But we all come back to the same truth that's within us. So, you know, for some people, if I were fat shamed before, it would have really affected me. Today it's not, and I understand why people do the things they do. And even as a bodybuilder and being the size and shape that I was, you know, and all the people I helped with fitness during that time, they were in fantastic shape, and they were picking at themselves saying they're still fat. And if anyone else heard them speak those words, they would think they're absolutely crazy. And but it's still within with how we feel of the things, you know, those certain things. So if you want to know more about my life and things that I've done, go to my YouTube channel, Jeffrey Saunders with the Pureness of Light, and you can go down my homepage and you'll see the work I've done in the last 8 years. So anyways, I gotta go. Love you all.